Hello and welcome back to Bunnycraft. I've been doing some thinking, and I think it would behoove me, Horsebun, to get a really good mule. So pretty much my goal here is to breed the ultimate donkey and the ultimate horse, breed those two together, get the ultimate mule. You may have noticed that my hotbar is a little bit different. There's like a bug with the main texture pack, so that horse or like steed health just like isn't there. So I have installed another texture pack. I know there are some contraptions you can build to precisely measure speed and jump and whatnot. So I think step one is going to be doing that and figuring out who my two best horses are and putting them together. Alright, the contraption is built. I'll leave a link to the video I referenced in the description. I say reference, it's the same as the video, except I made my path a little bit narrower to try and improve accuracy, and I have this doohickey on the side so that I can remember to reset the timer before I run the course again. All it is this many items in a brewing stand going into this comparator so that when this chest has less than 6 stacks of stuff in it, the light turns on. And then the jump measures are pretty self-explanatory. I don't need a tutorial for those. I've already went out and gathered up all of the horses I have accumulated over time and gotten all their stats. It's kind of crazy that Blue Blood was like the first horse that I got, and he's actually pretty good for a wild-caught horse. All of my sources agree that this process is going to be kind of miserable and also take forever. The way that horse breeding works in this version is that a foal has stats averaged between not just the parents, but also like a phantom third, quote-unquote, parent. And to be honest, the main stat I'm even looking for here is speed. Some jump would be nice, I think at least 4 blocks, but anything more than that would just be a fun little bonus. And I don't even really pay attention to their health. I don't like to see them get hurt at all anyway. I think my plan here is to have 2 sets of horses, one for speed and then one for jump and other stats. And then hopefully those bloodlines will merge at some point. And if I get impatient, I'll just start breeding everybody together and seeing what that does. This is the boudoir, let's call it. That sounds nice. It is exactly what it looks like. They are like perfectly sandwiched between the fence gates and the solid blocks. Like even when I get on there, they like can't move pretty much. And just a sliver of their hitbox is resting on those trapdoors so they don't fall down. But any foals will. Hello and welcome to my horse vlog. I've been working on this project for some time now. My 2 horse pairs have merged like I expected them to, although not the way I intended. My jump height pair just kind of stagnated so bad that they eventually got as fast as my speed pair. And the donkeys pleasantly surprised me. I kind of had low expectations for them, but I realize their phantom third parent for their stats is a horse. They have also stagnated, but for the most part they and my horses are kind of competing for the same numbers. I believe the jump ceiling is just over 5 blocks, and if I remember correctly, the person who made the speed calculator thingy said that the best horse would be about 54 or 56 items. The stagnation point appears to be quite far from that, though. It's even now that I'm on my 6th or 7th stack of golden carrots, my best jumper is still like a wild caught horse that I started with. So even though I said anything over 4 blocks would be fine. I kind of want to hit like at least 4.5, just on principle, because I've gone this far, right? As far as speed goes, once I hit under 60 items, I think I'm gonna call it. Cause I'm tired. You may be wondering where I got all this leather from, and I don't want to talk about it. This is episode 2 of Horse Vlog. I don't really know why I thought this would be an interesting idea. It's just this, forever. I said before that I value speed over the other stats, and that's true in my mind, but in practice, I am a lot more willing to compromise for jump height than I am for speed. And that's for one very simple reason. Jump height is stalling so much worse than speed is. This wild caught horse that I started with, that has my highest jump, still has my highest jump. Does any of this make sense? Did it ever make sense? I feel like I'm saying nothing. I think all this cruelty is getting to my psyche. Horse vlog 3? 4? Who knows? It's been about 2 weeks now, and my donkeys are doing great. They're so fast. My horses, I am running out of inventory space for leather. And it's actually really getting to me. I feel really bad. Horse vlog, I am so tired. I have constructed a sugarcane farm to make the taming a bit easier, because I've had to do it a lot. And this is also something. My horses and donkeys have switched places speed-wise, and switched which one I was more disappointed in. Also the height, notice that. That's 4 blocks and 6 snow layers, almost 5 blocks. For the longest time, I had a bottleneck on 4 blocks and 3 snow, to the point where I kind of started wondering if that was close to the maximum in this version. It was just changed without anybody ever taking note of it for some reason. But nope. Unfortunately, there is still improvement, and I am not free. I almost forgot. I built this little house. I was trying to make a house for this little bunny that's been here through this whole horse adventure. I think spontaneity might be bad for me. First vlog, I've kind of decided to not record any more clips until I'm actually done, but remember this gold farm I made in my last video 2 months ago right now? The sheer amount of golden carrots I need for this horse project means that what I made that I was so hype about is too slow. I added a second layer. I wasted precious horse breeding time to add a second layer, and I think I will add a third whenever I just get so bored of horse stuff that I have to do something else. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Hopefully, I won't be seeing you again until I'm done and I can move on. So, I know I said I wasn't recording any more clips, but something very interesting happened, and I want you to see it. So, I'm just in here, in my hole, looking at my witches, and not much, and I hear a really loud in my ears clap of thunder and lightning, and there's a horse, skeleton horse, with a skeleton on it, shooting at me. At least a few of them fell to their death because there were some bones after the incident, which is actually corroborates my theory that horse traps don't care about normal mob light spawning whatevers. Because, look at that. What the hell? And then, there's a horse in my iron farm. It survived, thankfully. But I want to try and get it out, so I want to try and make a lead. I go over here out of my lit area to see if there's any slimes, and right there in front of my portal was another one. Of course, since it's on nice ground, I was able to save everybody. But yeah, that's 6 skeleton horses, and that's 2 horse traps, 2 separate horse traps in the span of one, like, 2 to 3 minute thunderstorm. Anyway, this is actually the last clip. I've come to make an announcement. I'm giving up. This is driving me crazy, and I need to do something else. I need to work on a different video, because I think this has already gone on for literal months, and I would like to post a video before next year. And I realized the appeal of a mule is just like, donkey storage capacity with horsier stats, but all my donkeys already have horse stats, so I don't really need one for my purposes. I do still want a super fast mule in the future that I can compare with my Carcosa here. Oh dear. So I will be like passively breeding them still. It just won't be my priority anymore. I do still have some carrots left, so I think I'm gonna finish those off. And then after that, I'll start working on my next video, which I'm super excited about. I think that's part of why this has been driving me so crazy. I just want to move on. On that topic, thank you for watching. I've been your host, Fluffy Bunny. Farewell.